Fred, you are a Renaissance man.
Oh, thanks.
I've said that before about you. Comedian, musician, writer, everything. And yet also I find out this week that you are an art connoisseur.
I am, yes.
And you told me backstage that you have an art historian's knowledge about every painting ever painted.
Every painting.
And I said, Fred, you remember, it just happened. I said, Fred, don't lie to me.
You said that, yes.
Because I will put you to the test.
You said that, yes.
It's time once again for Fred Armisen, Art Aficionado. All right, Fred. Let's see your art historian's knowledge. This is Jackson Pollock's masterpiece, One, number 31, 1950. Fred, tell us about this painting.
Very, very famous painting. Lots happened to it over the years. It was lost for a day. But they found it again at a yard sale, and
Wait, over the course of a day, it got lost and showed up at a
very
yard sale?
famous case. This is 1974, right? 74. And they found it again, and it fetched $1.5 million at Sotheby's, and then they resold it again. It fetched $2 million. They resold it again. It fetched. I think it fetched.
I feel like I've known you for so long, I feel like this is the first time I've heard you use fetch like this.
Well, you know, it's just in the art world, that's just what we use.
Oh, that's an art term, fetching.
Yes. So the same guy sort of bought it and kept selling it back to them. Like, I don't know if I want this. They're like, well, we're gonna have to charge more for it. So they kept giving.
This wasn't a re-auction. This is like a Sotheby's return policy?
It's how they operate. That part of that world I don't know as well, but he brought it back. He's like, you know, it doesn't fit, and they're like, so he sold it back. And they're like, well, did you just try the barn? And he's like, let me try it again. So it's a lot of reselling.
So he would return it, say it doesn't fit. They'd take it back.
Yes.
And then they'd say try the barn. He'd be like, great. And then they would go like, whoa, 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 but not so fast.
Yes.
You got to pay us
this
again.
This is ours. And he was like, come on, be cool. I've been here for like 15 minutes, and they were like. This is how we, this is like, it's in our hands. I'm sorry. If you don't want it, we'll sell it to somebody else. He's like, fine. And they brought it back. So that's the history of this.
I feel like that's so little about this actual painting. Do you remember the name of the guy who bought it all those times?
I do.
Good up. Good up for Fred Armisen, everybody.